Hello and welcome back to another edition of NXT Out 10 right here on the Wrestle Debate. The final show before New Year's Eve next week, so we're building up to Finn Balor v Kyle O'Reilly. So yeah, let's get straight into it. But just a quick note, if you're coming here looking for Dynamite Out 10, unfortunately that's not on the channel here. We're not going to upload a video today in respect to Brody Lee, but I just want to say what a beautiful tribute that was. Shout out to everyone involved with AEW, but let's get straight into NXT Out of 10. Kicked off with Bronson Reed versus Swerve Scott. Bronson was probably on the back foot early on, Swerve is using his athleticism to get on top before the Colossal One eventually got on top and pretty quickly finished off Swerve with a Tsunami Splash for the victory. I like just building up Bronson, not the best match ever, not the worst match ever, but I'm glad to see Bronson back, and I hope he gets a push. I'll give it a 6.25 out of 10. Shotzi Blackheart was then named NXT Breakout Star of the Year. I was 99% sure this was going to be McAfee, but I suppose Blackheart's got a great year. But next up we got Breezango versus Grizzled Young Bucks. Drake and Gibson, the NXT UK standouts, were in control early on before Fandango climbed up onto a stage pillar and leaped onto the GYV with a beautiful crossbody lock. However, it looked like he hurt his knee in the process going into the break, so Breeze eventually got the tag, but Gibson pulled Fandango off the apron, and that allowed GYV to hit again, and they laid out Breeze with that move, allowing him to pick up the win. I'm going to give this a 6.5 out of 10. I actually really enjoyed this match. The Spear Eater era were then named Tag Team of the Year. Doubt, to be honest. But anyway, next up we got Mercedes Martinez in a squash match. Once we got another vignette of Boa and Xylee finishing off the training, the two of them walked into the bright light and they'll be on NXT next week. Hooray! Mercedes Martinez was just bullying her opponent here. It's a squash match, and she sealed the deal with an air raid crash to get a good win. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I'd like to see what Martinez can do when pushed. But anyway, next up we got Roderick Strong v Pete Dunne, but not before Io Shirai and Adam Cole were named female and male superstars of the year respectively. But next up we did get Roderick Strong versus Pete Dunne, and of course, as you'd expect, it was a great match. The match starts off with Dunne having the upper hand, however Strong would mount a comeback. In the end, Strong nearly got Dunne into the stronghold, but Pete bent his fingers to take it away. A beast end allowed Dunne to come away with the win. I'm going to give it a 6.75 out of 10. Great match. Finn Balor v Kyle O'Reilly was then named Match of the Year ahead of next week's match. Finn was in the ring saying he didn't need it, but he then complicated O'Reilly before O'Reilly came out and said, well, it did mean something to him. He didn't care. He didn't want to take part. He didn't want to take the taking part award, and next week he was going to do anything he could to take the title off Balor, and you know what I mean. I just cannot wait for that match. It's just going to be incredible. Santos Escobar was telling us how good his year has been before we got the Lucha House Party turn up on the NXT, and they took on Raul Mendoza and Rockin' Wild. Vic Joseph reminded the audience that Grand Metalik defeated The Miz on this week's Raw. Mendoza and Wild were struggling to keep up with their opponents, and following a top rope elbow, Metalik hit the LHP to pick up the win, and this was a really easy win. I was surprised at this, to be honest, but still I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. It was a decent enough match. In Theory was named Future Star of the Year before we got Johnny Gargano v Leo and Ruff. Io Shirai was then named overall Superstar of the Year, but getting into the match, Ruff got the early advantage before Ruff nailed Gargano with a gorgeous frog splash, and it looked like the curse was going to strike again before Gargano tossed Ruff out of the top turnbuckle and dropped him face first onto it. One final beat later, Gargano had broken a curse. Great match, 6.75 out of 10. Overall this week, NXT gets a 6.5 out of 10 from me. Not the greatest show you've ever seen, but I suppose it was just nicely building to New Year's Evil, which I can't wait for next week. Obviously no winner of the Wednesday Night War this week, for obvious reasons. But anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my other channels on the screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.